Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Antel. I hope you're all doing well. What I wanted to do was take some time here to go over what we're going to be doing here in science and also kind of explain to you how each day is going to look. So I'm going to start with our classroom. When you look at the classroom, what you're going to notice is you have an attendance tab here. I'm going to be talking to you about that momentarily. You'll see that there's an online learning resource. We have a Padlet there I'm going to talk to you about a little bit later here in the presentation. And then we also have what we're learning right now, which is our meteorology online learning. So what you'll find here is you'll find your agenda, your classwork, and the activities that we're going to be asking you to do. So let's take a look at this agenda and classwork right now so that you know what we're going to be looking at today. So when you look at it, what I have for you is I have your agenda slide like we always do. When you're looking at your agenda slide, you're going to see what we're going to be asking you to do throughout the day, telling you a little bit about what you're going to be learning and then also your practice and activity and if there's homework. So as we look at this, our first slide here, our first agenda is to talk about our attendance. So for our attendance, it is important that when you log on to your computer each day, you go in and you answer your question of the day. So when you're looking at it, please answer the attendance question of the day that is posted in our classroom. Again, you can do this at any point during the day, but it must be done every day. I'm sure you're hearing that from all your teachers at this point. You have until 11:59 each night to answer the question, but this is our way of recording that you were part of our class that day. What you're going to find is as you're listening to this, you're going to get a daily video. The daily video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going through and reviewing the agenda with you and giving you any directions that you might need for a task that you're completing. You can go back and rewatch that video at any point, but it again is a video for you, and it's my way of being able to connect with you and to kind of explain what's going on. What we're going to do today is we're going to go through and talk to you a little bit about your activities that you're going to be completing. So every day we're going to ask you to do something. It's going to be something that we're learning about. And when you're looking at it, you want to make sure that you're watching that daily video so that I can go through and explain to you a little bit more some of those tasks. What I do want you to do is pay attention to if we're asking you to turn in an assignment, that you do hit the turn in button so that you can get credit for that. When you look at it, our daily activities today, we have three things that Miss Dorn and I are asking you to do. The first one is to check Skyward. So we're coming to the end of the third marking period. What I want you to do is go in, check Skyward, make sure that you've turned in all of your assignments. If you have anything missing, you can scan it, take a picture of it, email it to us so that we can go through and grade it and get it back into that grade book. So the end of the third marking period is April 7th. It might seem like it's far away, but that's actually next Tuesday. So it's coming up very quickly. So we do want to make sure you're doing that. If you have any questions about your grade, please make sure you are emailing us, Ms. Dorn and myself, so we can answer those questions for you. So that's the very first thing you're going to do. You're going to check Skyward. Go back in, just make sure everything's good with that. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to spend some time taking a look at the Padlet that we have for you. This Padlet is our platform for us to ask questions and answer them. As you're looking at it, we don't have our office hours set up yet, so this is really our best way to interact with you if you have questions about what we're learning about. So when you look at it, we're going to be using the Padlet to provide you with a place to ask those questions and also to get extra help from class. As I said, it's linked under in the online learning resources in our classroom. And when you look at it, what you want to do is you want to make sure you're posting your questions that you have under your class period. Again, it's a good place to post the questions if you can't make it to our office hours as we get farther, as we get to that point. But right now, this is a really good place for you to post your questions. Please do not post questions about your grades here. This is public and everyone's going to see it. So if you have a question about your grade, please email us. Again, do not post it here. So let's take a look at this Padlet real quick. Here's the Padlet. What I did for you is I set it up by class period. So please find your class period. And if you have a question, you're going to post your question underneath your class period. So if you click your link, you can type in what title you have, what your question is, or you can write something under the question. You can write it. And then what we'll do is Ms. Dorner and I will go back and we're going to answer your question. If there's something that we can provide for you, a link, a short video, something that would help with your explanation, we're going to do that. I do want you to understand that when you do post your question, your name will be here. So please make sure that you are posting, again, under the right class period so that we can answer your questions that you might have. All right, so that's your Padlet. Now, the third thing we're going to have you do, and you can post questions tomorrow. Please feel free as you're going through this and as you finish your meteorology review. If you have any questions, just go ahead and start posting those questions so that I can take some time to answer them for you. All right, our third thing that we're going to ask you to do is a meteorology review activity. What you're going to be doing here is you're going to be going into the classroom again, and you are going to be doing two things. Let me show you real quick. I apologize. You're going to be answering a Google form that goes back and asks you about what you remember. And then the second thing is you're going to be completing the review activities here. So the directions tell you to take the What Do You Remember Meteorology Google form if you haven't done so already. And then what you're going to do is you're going to review your results on the form. You're going to mark incorrect questions below. And as you mark them, read the feedback comment in the Google form for the incorrect question. So there's going to be some feedback there for you. What you're going to do then is based on the questions that you missed, you can see here, these are the topics that you need to go back and look at. So there's a review activity that's posted here. So use your results to determine which meteorology topic or topics to review. You're going to complete the appropriate review activities above, then review the related notes to the topic. Now, if you can't find your notes or you left them at school by accident, what we did do is we created a digital version for you, and that is what you see here. There's actually a link for you, and all of your notes are here. And if you go into that, you can go through and you can present it, and all of the notes are filled in and ready to go for you. So if you need that, that is also there for you. I will post that in the online resources once we have finished all of our notes, but as you're looking at it. So as you look at this, you have three things to do. You're going to check Skyward, you're going to go to the Padlet, take a look at that. You're going to complete the meteorology review activities. If you have any questions, post the questions in the Padlet. All right, so as you're looking at it. But that's what I'm going to be looking for you to do. I'm going to be looking to see that you've completed the Google form, and then we're going to talk to you a little bit about what we want you to do with those, the review activity that you see here. Okay, so that pretty much ends what we're going to be doing today. Again, if you have any questions, just send me a quick email. As you're looking at it, I hope you are, again, are all doing well. And I look forward to kind of teaching you this way, new adventure. So take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.